Okay, everybody, welcome to an interview with Luke Campbell. I'd like to introduce you to Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell, after winning his gold medal in 2012, Olympic gold medal, he was honored by the Queen as an MBE. He is a proud of whole, one of the best fighters in the world when it comes to boxing. He has won quite a lot of awards, and we're really delighted to have him today. He's our golden boy, really proud of Hull. We really love him. And Luke Campbell, thank you for being here with us today. So I know you're in camp at the moment,
Yeah.
preparing for a major fight, which we're going to talk about in a few minutes. I just really want to kind of, take the first few minutes just to try and, get to understand you, Luke, as a person
Yeah.
and as a fighter as well. So how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Training
Okay.
hard, getting ready for this next fight, but all is good, and thanks for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us, Luke. Look, as a fighter, can you give me an example of a mission that or goal that you had in your mind, but you never thought you could achieve it?
Well, I mean, the Olympics is a perfect example. I've been boxing now probably just over 20 years now. And I first started boxing when I was 13, and then by the time I was 15, I was representing England in Scotland, and then from winning a Four Nations gold medal,
Yeah.
then they picked me to go to the Junior Olympics, which was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there. I picked up a bronze medal, and then went back the following year and I won gold.
Wow.
And then ever since then, like my dad always used to say to me that you're going to be an Olympic champion.
Yeah.
I always used to turn around and say, "Dad, show no, no." And he's always told me from the early days of starting boxing that I was going to be an Olympic champion, and I never believed him. And he kept saying it, and then I tried to go for the Beijing Olympics, but they picked someone else to go for the first trial, and he qualified. So then I didn't get the opportunity to go to the Beijing, and then I turned around and said to my dad, "Say, I told you, I'm not going to be Olympic champion." And he goes, "You will, you will."
Wow.
He said, "Just keep believing, keep having faith, and keep doing what you're doing. You will be." And
Wow.
then found out that we the next Olympics was going to be in London, which was fantastic. And I was in a good place. I won the European Championships in 2008 in Liverpool, and I was the first Brit to do so in 47 years. And then
Wow.
I think winning that really gave me the confidence in myself to know that I can beat these world top guys and compete at this level and win. And I guess that gave me a good belief of the Olympics. And I used to see myself on the podium, like getting emotional, and then watching someone put that gold medal around my neck.
Yeah.
But so I had that the visualizing it, but obviously the visualize with emotion, because I used to just sit there sometimes and think about it, and then all of a sudden I'd be crying, tears coming down my face and things like that. And then obviously you got to add your work ethic to that, and that is it. I think a lot of people think that you need something special, that you need, I don't know, you need some magic dust sprinkled on you for you to get there and achieve and win something, but you really don't.
Yeah.
You need determination. You need to work hard, and you need to see it, believe it, and feel that passion for it, and then just keep working towards it. Because even if I didn't get it,
Yeah.
I could live with myself, because I knew I'd put 100% in.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't give any more, and I can live with that. What I couldn't live with is excuses. Oh, I wish I'd have just tried that little bit harder.
Yeah.
That's what I can't live with. So, so that being said, if I didn't get there, I'd still be very content with myself, because I knew I'd give it my all.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for that, champ. obviously, you know, you're like a lot of people, you've had a lot of setbacks in life, and you know, a lot of you know, on personal level, but also on the boxing
Yeah.
level. Um, how do you bounce back from that, look? How do you come back from something that's gone really badly?
It's easy to be confident when you're
Mhm.
feeling good,
Yeah.
but when your chips are down,
Hmm.
try being confident then. When luck's not in your corner, try
Yeah.
and keep that confidence then, because that's where it gets challenging,
Hmm.
and you only really know yourself in them times. Um,
Yeah.
like I say, when everything's going good, it's easy to be confident, but it's
Yeah.
only in the down times is where I
Yeah.
truly understood what I'm capable and what I'm made of.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Really good. So, look, you're obviously continuously learning and developing, you know, to for business people and people in whether in education or kids that are learning, how important is it to be always learning, continuously developing?
Yeah, I guess there isn't much difference really, because whether you walk into your workplace or whether you walk into the gym,
Hmm.
you, you have to want to come out
Hmm.
being better.
Yeah.
When I walk into the gym, I want to come out that gym a better fighter, better knowledge in the boxing, you know, overall, just better than I was when I went in. And I guess that's the same in business. When you're walking into your office to work, you know that when you finish that day, you want to come out that office thinking, yeah, I'm better now than what I was when I walked in this morning.
Mhm. That's brilliant. That's really good. I really agree with you. I think it's key to always be learning and developing. Really good
I,
shout there. Mhm. Yeah.
I don't think there's a lot of difference whether it be sport or
Yeah.
business or work. You know, it's
Yeah. It's there's no
it's a
love.
goal. You want to achieve something.
Yeah.
You know,
You're right.
there's you got to work for it, and you
You do, yeah, 100.
create them opportunities, create the luck.
Yeah. So look, you know, we all get a bit of, you know, negative criticism and bad feedback. What have you ever had any sort of bad criticism and bad feedback? And obviously, you're in a sort of in on the spotlight, being a professional boxer, and you know,
Yeah.
how do you cope with that? You know, and if you had one, an example, give us an example of when you had it, and how did you cope with that?
Um. Everybody's got an opinion, haven't they? And you honestly, you could be the nicest person in the world, and then you'd still get some dickhead that wants to slag you off or wants to slate what you're doing. When, truth be told, they couldn't walk 100 meters in my shoes, and you're always gonna get it. But if you wouldn't take advice off them, then why would you accept their criticism?
Exactly, exactly. Well
You
said.
know.
No, you shouldn't. I think that's kind of what's so key is because sometimes people don't understand your journey and they don't see it. And they, from an outsider's view, they want to comment on it and they want to give feedback on it. But I suppose that's really good advice. You know, they're not in your position, they don't understand you.
Yeah, exactly. And someone's always going to say something. So the best thing is to do is concentrate on yourself, focus on you being able to correct everything you're doing,
Hmm.
and whatever you're working on for you to be the best at that, instead of focusing on other people's negativity,
Hmm.
um, because that's not good for no one. And and even you got to ask yourself the question: the people that actually give people negativity on social medias and things like that. It's like, what have they got going on in their life that they have to take time out of their busy schedules to actually criticize somebody else for trying something or working on something? Like, I don't think I've ever criticized anybody on like social media, like for doing something.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, like it just shows you what person you are for you to be giving negativity towards somebody else. It means
Yeah.
you've got to be a negative person.
Yeah. And as they
because
say,
I've never done it. I've never criticised nobody else.
yeah. And as they say, it takes a lot of effort to be negative, doesn't it?
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule
to be negative.
Comment on my life and what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. No, crazy. Thank you for that, Luke. Now on a positive note, Luke, who inspires you?
Who inspires me?
Yeah.
I guess growing up, it'd have to be my mum. She was the workhorse for the family, as my dad was ill. He wasn't very well. So I guess seeing that and being around that, and then knowing that my mum had to provide for us every day, you know, to scrape £7.50 a day together.
Wow.
For my school money, my brother's school money, my sister's school money was a challenge.
Wow.
I seen her having to scrape money together every day just to give us for our school dinners and our bus fare. You know, and she provided for the family, put a roof over our head, and put food on the table. And I guess seeing that, you know, that gave me my work ethic and, you know, inspired me.
Yeah, she must be so proud of you, Luke, with all your achievements.
Yeah, she is. She's proud.
Bless her. No, thanks for that. So you've got some really exciting stuff up and coming, Luke. You're obviously working on a new project for the gym. So tell us a bit more about that. How's that going?
Yeah, it's going really well. Work's already taking place now in the city centre in the gym. So it's a very exciting project. It's a project that I've been working on now for a couple of years or more. But I'd had the idea and the passion behind this for a lot of years. And now it's just sort of getting developed. You know, things don't happen overnight, and life is about timing. You know, and things are starting to come about now in this right now. So obviously with all the lockdowns going on as well, it's not. Is it? You could say it's ideal timing for this actually for what I want to create there. But yeah, it's exciting for me. It's exciting that I can get my brand behind it and still keep growing it, and that it be my base for me, for my training too. And, you know, being able to provide facilities for a lot of other people as well to use and to train.
It's great for the city as well, obviously, Luke, that you're maintaining your brand, investing back in the city, which is really going to help a lot more people. What are your thoughts on these current things that people are debating around GPs making referrals to people to join gyms and memberships? You know, so that, you know, if they feel that the person is a bit overweight or has got issues, you know, health issues, they need to join a gym. There's been a bit of a debate about that. What do you think about that, Luke?
I mean, it's certainly right. I mean, I do believe that our city is one of the most obese cities in the country, which is crazy. So I've used the gym for myself for the last 20 odd years to have that escape, to have that thing for yourself where you can get fitter, you can get stronger. I always feel better in myself after a training session. It's healthy. It's what I do. That's why I want to continue to do it as well, and put a facility there for other people to come and do it. Because it's important in life to exercise. You're not just exercising the body, but you're exercising the mind as well. I think it's very important.
Yeah, which kind of leads me to my next question there, you know, around your mind and one things you say. Obviously, we've got a big issue currently with mental health, you know, issues going around the world with the lockdowns and everything that's happening in the current climate. What are your thoughts around that? You know, how do people keep their mental health? You know, how do they keep sane while all this is happening?
Yeah, I think it's a difficult one because, you know, with the lockdowns that are going on, as human beings, we're not designed to be be locked up and not being able to go out and do this and see family members and things like that. So it's very hard on people right now with this virus going around, and there's a lot of people that's getting taken into hospital and unfortunately not surviving this illness, and it's really difficult and it's going to be challenging, but we have to as human beings, like, really try and stay focused and keep ourselves in the present and focus on the now, the present, and not what could happen, what if this, what if that. We really just got to focus on now and be healthy and try and be positive, and try and think of things that make you happy that you can do once all this is over.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you for that. Really, really sound advice there. And obviously, especially in business, we've got a lot of our audiences watching today are business leaders, and they're going through the same kind of thing. Obviously, a lot of the business leaders that we follow and that are really successful, they always kind of relate a lot of their mindset to sports mindset. What would you say specifically to business leaders, that are going through the current pandemic, struggling with their businesses, not knowing where they're going to be able to afford to pay the next wages of staff and stuff like that? What advice would you give to them?
I mean, it's always good to have that plan. It's always good to have a plan in place to protect ourselves from the future. So if you have got one of them, fantastic. But I guess it's just win each day as it comes.
Yeah.
Just win one day at a time instead of trying to win 30 days in one go or 2 months in one go. Just really try and win one day at a time.
Mm-hmm. So it's almost like saying, look, don't turn it into a big problem, break it into pieces, and work in small pieces one day at a time, and
Yeah,
think about how to solve them.
Solve that problem. Just solve one problem at a time.
Yeah.
And think to yourself, it's what you do. It's what you do. You're a problem solver, and if life would be boring if no problems come at you. So just solve one problem at one time, and then move on to the next if there is any.
Yeah, and it makes the victory, I suppose, the winning much more sweeter, doesn't it?
Yeah. Enjoy solving that problem. Enjoy solving that puzzle, and then bring the next one on.
Fantastic, brilliant. Thank you. Look, what does everyone's fight means to you? I think I've seen that quite a few times. That it's like everyone's fight.
I think it relates to a lot. I think it relates to everybody. Everybody is going through the same fight, but because we don't necessarily go out there and start talking about all our problems day in, day out to people, we hold a lot of that in for ourselves. And I just think it's a great name. That, hang on a minute, yeah, everybody's actually going through the sort of same problems. It's not just me. It's all right.
Yeah.
Because when you think it's just you, that's just fighting these on your own.
Yeah.
It's a very lonely place.
Yeah.
And it's that loneliness that ends up getting to us in the end. So
yeah,
I feel like it speaks volume in what it says, that everybody is going through a lot of the same problems that the next person is.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where I want to bring, with using the gym and mental health side of things, this is where I want to bring the community together within our gym, helping each other. That, yeah, listen, I'm going through that as well, and I'm feeling them sort of problems and pains and thoughts, but let's do it together.
Let's do it together. Fantastic. Let's do it together. Brilliant. Thank you. Now, so we know that you're in camp at the moment and you've got a big fight that's coming up. Could you tell us more about your opponent and your fight, when it's happening, the dates and times?
Yeah, sure. So the fight is scheduled for 5th of December over in California.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting a guy called Ryan Garcia, who's like a big up-and-coming prospect over in the United States. He's got a huge following on social media. The fight for UK fans works out really well because it's going to be on an app called The Zone, and it's £1.99 for a month's membership. So
Wow.
you can watch a month's worth of fights on there, and obviously my fight will be one of them.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's £1.99, and I think it's going to be showed around about 11 p.m.
Okay.
on the 5th of December on the app. So it's perfect time for everybody to watch in the UK as well.
Fantastic. I'm sure you're going to do really well, Luke, and we wish you all the best in the fight. And finally, Luke, thank you so much for taking your time out of your really busy schedule. We know you're a busy man in camp at the moment. Thank you for being part of Tech Week Humber, and we hope that you succeed in your next fight. And we're really excited about your new venture, with a new gym. Thank you for representing our city really well and continuing to be the champ that you are. We really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Luke.
Brill. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
So I'll just